something interesting happened. I'm on the bed and I'm about to go to sleep. There's this ant, a fairly big ant like this, moving around. And I don't feel comfortable, but this ant doesn't bite. So I picked him up and threw it, and that was the end of it, instead of panicking or anything. I wondered why I wasn't upset or anything. Then I realized they're not gonna bite, I know that. And I don't have to be too bothered by the ant. Yes, it's a little annoying, you know. It's about this big, fairly big size. But they don't bite. So if they don't crawling inside of my... Oh, there's another one here. Maybe I have to do something. I'll show you. I don't know if you can see this. There are two of them there. Well, maybe I need to do something. Actually, there are three of them. But the point is not about the ant, but how to deal with the annoying situation. And just before this video, I was talking about this kōan, Zen kōan. You cannot solve it with your mind. But it's all about the same idea. That kōan and this ant is as if telling me, find a way to be happy no matter what happens. The kōan was a puzzle, I couldn't solve it, and I was almost torturing why I couldn't, because 3 years ago I could. Then I find a solution. But my solution may be different from your solution, and you may not like it. And you may not like ant, and if they are around, you may get really upset. I'm at the Zen temple, and I heard that there was a person who came here a few months ago and who left after 3-4 days because there are too many ants. And I thought, well, if they don't bite me, I'm okay, and it's a good thing. I can accommodate. And I like that spirit. Not to be upset, that's one. And just be flexible. But come to think about it, the other event that happened is that I had the surgery 2 days ago to take out the gallbladder. So I'm not supposed to do heavy lifting of things, but I was lifting maybe 20 pounds or more banana because I wanted to cut the banana because the banana inventory is getting low and we have lots of banana tree, and so I could manage taking lots of time and even moving those heavy banana in the position that I thought would be okay, so that I can be happy with banana. But I was told by someone who said, no, don't do that. You're not supposed to do that. And she was a nurse before, but I'm maybe too playful. But I think the playfulness is like a childlikeness, open-mindedness is a way to be happy too. if you're confined that you have to do this, you have to do this, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that, that will limit you. And the way of happiness doesn't have to be based on the logic or conventional way of doing things. Working with many companies and introducing ideas of idea for more people to exhibit their potential, I became more open. And often I don't give answer because people's coming up with the answer is the way. Otherwise, it's not going with this principle of life to depend on something else to live, rather than you have the capability to use it. Because that's the way to go beyond the conventional wisdom or beyond the entropy, law of entropy. Because living being is organizing things instead of depending on other things. You ought to have your own self-initiative to live. And if you don't do that, the life is not as it is meant to be. Because the origin of our life is to go beyond the law of entropy. That's how we are born and alive. So why don't we use that potential, the skill, the power, Joriki, steady power of life, like a fountain, bring out possibilities that we can go against the law of entropy, questioning anything, go beyond the boundary of the mind. Of course, mind can have lots of good things that we can benefit from, but certain area, if you can connect to the root of who we are and solve the problem, wouldn't that be a good path to take? The principle is simple. Life is going beyond the law of entropy, and we have that power within. That our mind is developed as a part of the power, but beyond the mind, we have that as well, not solely using the mind. And the mind not used in the wrong way. What is the right way? May I say that's the nature's way. Finding the skill that nature is providing us to be alive and use that. How? That's beyond your mind, beyond your linear logic. Maybe I'm too playful to think like that, but isn't that the part of who we are? Inquisitive. It's one of those wisdoms that we have. Thank you.